Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Karen and welcome to our Irish family. Today I am going to be doing the Mumlife Raw tag, and this was created by a channel that I'm not quite familiar with, but I will leave that video of her creating this down in the description if you're interested in checking that out. But there is 11 questions and I'm just going to jump on in and get into the Mumlife Raw tag. So question number one, I'm going to be looking at my phone, is describe your day as a mum today in one word. So describe my day today in one word. So my day is only starting, but we've had a pretty rough night or nights with Ava recently. So I would say in one word, it is exhausting. So question number two is, what's the most challenging part about connecting with other mums? I find it pretty hard to connect with other mums. I feel like I try and they're just not receptive to it. I never joined like a mummy baby group. I'm only now starting to go to like play centers where there's other moms with their kids. So yeah, it's kind of tough for me to connect with other moms. Number three is share one horrible poo moment. We've all been there. So there's been so many with Ava. She's had so many pooplosions and stuff, but the one I can remember recently was when we were on vacation on holiday in Disney World, and it was near the end of our holiday. We were in downtown Disney, or Disney Springs, and we were eating some ice creams and like tin mints and stuff, like little kind of treats. We were just sitting there eating. Ava was in her pram, in her stroller, and all of a sudden I looked down and I was like, oh, maybe we should take her out of the buggy, let her walk around for a little bit. So we were about to do that, and then we noticed that she had pooped all over her buggy. It came out the side of her shorts. It was on all of the bottom of the stroller where she sits. It was horrible. And you know, she can walk now, and she kind of refuses to be changed, so it's a struggle to get her to change her nappy. So we took her out and there was just poo everywhere, like everywhere. And you know, that hadn't happened in a while, since she was kind of like a baby. It was horrible, and it smells now. You know, it's not like when they just have formula or breast milk, like it smells now because she eats proper food. So yeah, that was my latest poo adventure. So question number four is, how do you cope with public child meltdowns and tantrums? So this is something new that Ava has started. She has started to throw little tantrums, and I basically ignore them. So if we're walking along in, it's mainly like shopping centers or just outside our house that she does it. She doesn't want to come with me. She doesn't want to go the direction that I'm going. Generally I just kind of stop and stand there and let her throw her little tantrum. And once she's kind of calmed down, I come pick her up and bring her along the way that we're going. And that's just how I handle it. I just kind of stop, let her do what she's doing. Who cares who's watching? I don't care. And once she's finished, I just pick her up and bring her. It is starting to happen more. She throws tantrums every single day, multiple times a day now, when she doesn't get her own way. So it is something that we're definitely moving into that territory. Question number five is, honestly, how much screen time does your child have? And if I'm being 150% honest with you guys, Ava has way too much screen time. She is obsessed with watching Mickey Mouse, like majorly obsessed with it. From the minute she gets up to the minute she wants to go to bed, or the minute she goes to bed, she is constantly over at the TV, pointing at the TV, having little tantrums if Mickey Mouse isn't on. For a couple of weeks, for 2-3 weeks, I kind of just let her watch TV whenever she wanted to watch. Now I'm trying to cut her back. When we get up in the morning, we won't turn on the TV. If we do, we turn on something else that's not Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. I do let her watch Mickey Mouse before she goes for her nap, and before she goes to bed. But I'm trying to limit it, I'm trying to cut it out, and it's a ongoing process, and so far it's kind of like half working, you know, but overall she gets way too much screen time, and it is something that we're trying to cut back on. So number 6 is what's your go-to easy dinner that you have at least once a week? And for me is like spaghetti bolognese, pasta, any pasta. Pasta is just so simple. Even making spaghetti bolognese from scratch, I make the Slimming World one, which I have a recipe on if you're interested. It's just so simple, you know, it's a couple of ingredients, all it goes in, and then you get a good batch of it, and you have like leftovers, you can freeze them, and pasta takes what, 15 minutes to cook. It's just so simple, like majorly simple. So then question number 7 is, did you yell, cry, or struggle today? And as I said, it is still quite early. Ava's down for her morning nap, or probably her only nap for the day. But I didn't cry or yell, but we did struggle with nighttime. She just is kind of, I think she's in like a sleep regression or something. She's currently on leap 10 if you follow that Wonder Weeks. She's on the final leap, and it is kicking our butts. Her nighttime is just awful now. Like, she'll wake up for 2 or 3 hours at night, she'll cry, like you try to comfort her, feed her, change her nappy, not in help. So it's definitely, I struggled today, as in before I went to sleep or halfway through the morning. So question number 8 is, what is the best moment of your day so far as a mom? Probably should have done this like in the afternoon, but I'll go from yesterday, I suppose. So the best moment yesterday was after lunch, dinner-ish, I always go and just lie on the bed and read my book from my Kindle, which is on the app on my phone. And you know, Robert does be out here because it's the weekend, and Ava just comes in and she like lies on me, lies on my stomach, like pats and touches me, and she just looks at me, and it's just so adorable. Like, most of the time when Robert's here, she doesn't really want to know me, but there's just times that she'll just come into the room, potter in, climb up on the bed, and she'll just like snuggle down with me while I'm like watching Snapchat or Instagram or reading a book, you know, and it's just so cute. So question number 9 is, what is your secret guilty pleasure to reward your mom life? So my secret guilty pleasure is food. I put out a video saying that I'm on Slimming World, but with Slimming World I still get to have some treats, and currently my secret guilty pleasure is mint Aero. So like just mint chocolate. I love mint chocolate, anything mint. So I have 4 pieces of that, which I know is 4 sins, and I just sit down with a cup of tea and just chill out. Whether Ava is napping or whether she's down for the night, I just do that. It's just worth it. And number 10 is, how often do you experience mum guilt? And pretty much on a daily basis I experience some form of mum guilt. So like for instance last night when she woke up, so her new thing is, so Robert was off all this previous week, off on holidays from work, and Ava, obviously him being here all the time, she's clung to him because she doesn't get to see him all day every day like she does me, and I'm okay with that, like that's fine. But the 1 or 2 nights when she's woke up, instead of Robert going into her, I would go into her, and she pushes me away. She doesn't want me to pick her up, she doesn't want me to look at her, she doesn't want me to talk to her. She just pushes me away, turns her back, crawls away from me in the bed, and she's crying because she wants to get out of bed now, mind you, but she just wants nothing got to do with me. So last night I tried 5 or 6 times to pick her up. Like at one time I like went in, I was like, you are coming with me, but she screamed the place down because I was trying to pick her up. So I just had to go into Robert and wake him up and be like, you need to go and take her up, because she just won't let me deal with her, you know. So he came in here with her. I came in then afterwards, tried to talk to her, tried to hug her, tried to like touch her. Again, she was sitting on the chair here screaming at me. So that made me feel just great, you know. And like my guilt from that is that Robert usually does the nighttime feeds with her, so she's not used to me going in there at all at night. So I felt guilty about that, you know, that first of all, that she doesn't want me to touch her and doesn't want me to soothe her, and then the second guilt came from me being asleep or being in bed and letting Robert deal with that every single night. So yeah, mom guilt happens every day. And then the final question is, share one taboo thing about motherhood you think should be talked about more. This is hard. Loneliness, the loneliness of being a mom. It's definitely a stay-at-home mom. It's lonely. It's, you know, it's tough on days when your child is just cranky and clingy. They won't let you do anything. Everything you do is wrong, especially now that she's a toddler. You know, she has her own like opinions on things, and she can't express them with me because she can't talk, and she's just throwing little like tantrums, or she's clinging out of you. You can't do anything, and it just gets to you, you know. And then you go outside, you're walking outside with her, like you're doing stuff to try occupy her, and it's just lonely. Like nobody speaks to you. People might say hello, like people you might know might stop and talk to you for a second, but it's still lonely, because you're with this child. And now don't get me wrong, I love being a stay-at-home mom. Like it really is great. It's exactly what I want to do, and I'm so thankful that we're in a position that it works for us. Whether it's a short-term thing, I don't know, but anyways, I love it right now. But it just does get lonely. Like there's no other adult around for me to talk to. My child can't talk back to me, and everything you do is just for your child, you know. So it does be lonely. Like there is no kind of like downtime from it. You're constantly on, even at the weekends when Robert's here, you know, he'll play with her and do that sort of stuff, but still it's up to me to kind of keep the schedule, and it's just kind of a lonely experience. And yeah, I'm not sure if other moms experienced that, but that is today's video. So it was a Mumlife raw tag. Yeah, Mumlife raw tag. And I suppose the tag part of it, so I'm going to tag Lindsay's from Lindsay's Life and Style. I'm going to tag Jessica from Mrs. Davis. I'm going to tag Kimberly from Style Mom XO, and I'm going to tag Amy from the channel Amy Palmer. And I tag you girls to complete this Mumlife raw tag. I'll have the questions in the description, and anybody else who wants to do it, go ahead. I think it's just a great way to get to know me a little bit more and listen to my little stories. So that is today's video. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye.